Still, but nonetheless, let's get into it, bro.
That nigga
Let's
shit
get into
exploded,
it.
bro.
Exploded, fam. So I want to start off. First of all, I want to give shout out to the New York Knicks. That's where I want to start discussion. So the New York Knicks, I think, are on a 12-game winning streak, 12 straight games in which they've covered
Nine
nine,
straight
but they've
winning
covered the
streak. Nine
spread
straight
in 12
wins.
games. Yeah, my mistake. 9 straight wins, 12 straight games, and covering the spread. For the bettors out there. So first of all, I just want to give them their just due because, like, at the beginning of the season, I read that they were ranked 30th in the preseason rankings. Because that team is shit. I'm not gonna lie, that team is shit. But shout out Tom Thibodeau and Julius Randle because I don't think they would have done it without those two. Now, my question to you is, and I'll ask you this, Chris: is it real or fake? Because, like, at some point we're gonna have to start looking at them and say, okay, yeah, you guys are the New York Knicks, but you're also a 4 seed and you're on a 9-game winning streak. And Julius Randle, I don't think there's many players playing better than Julius Randle at this current moment. So, what do you think? Is it real or is it fake?
I don't know how to answer that question. And the reason why I don't know how to answer that is, like, is Julius Randle real or fake? And that's where it starts. Because realistically, what he has done. I remember we were talking about all-star teams, and I was saying,
You're
come on,
disrespecting
bro.
him.
I was like,
Why?
come on, we're talking about Julius. You know what I'm saying? And a part of me still feels like that. But instead of looking at the All-Star team, I'm looking at the playoffs and I'm saying, come on, bro, like a guy like Julius Randle can't win. He can't be the one to lead you to a fucking playoff series win, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna dead all the hate and I'm gonna just say, fam, like, Julius Randle has been playing amazing in every way. Literally in every way. Like, I don't know what to say about it. He's doing it. And you look at that team, the New York Knicks are still shit. They lost Mitchell Robinson and now they're depending on, let me put it like this. They're depending on castaways at every position. Literally. If you go down their roster, their entire starting lineup is full of castaways, or a guy in RJ Barrett that people don't really rate either. Elfrid Payton, Derrick Rose, Taj Gibson, Nerlens Noel, like Bullock. Literally their entire roster are mans that you actually wouldn't go out there and say, I want to start my team with. But shout out to Randall, shout out to the team, shout out to my guy Tom Thibodeau. Like, it's a great story. And mans have been saying it. The New York Knicks, when the New York Knicks are good, the league is better, and it's the truth. I just don't know if I'm gonna believe it or not.
Yo, this is when I just slow the roll still. Who gives a fuck? Like, they were never supposed to be here, man. Like, dead all the talks about them beating the Nets in this series. Just enjoy this, because you may never get this again. Like, you can do this season over again, and this team's in 14th in the East. So, like, I honestly don't care if they can win the playoffs. Like, just enjoy it, New York. Like, you don't have star players. Julius Randle's playing out of his mind, and I'm not going to be the man that won't acknowledge you for what you're doing just because of my perceived idea of who you are. So you're playing like an all-star, so I'm going to speak of you like one. He's only gotten better since getting that all-star berth, and it's been a mod thing. So, like, I'm not going to try and project forward and see how they're going to do in the playoffs. I'm not here for all of that because, like, just enjoy what you have right now still before we start talking about them winning a playoff series. Like, if they don't win a playoff series, this is a success for them. So I'm not going to get into all of that, honestly.
I feel like it's a natural progression, though. Like, after you talk about them, like, they're solidified as a playoff team, the next thing that you should be talking about is, can you win a series?
Yeah, but before we even say, like, shout out for winning, for even doing this, we're talking about them. People are talking about them beating the Nets, because, like, a Subway series.
The Nets. Why would
No, but people are bringing that shit up. Like, obviously with the injuries, people are saying like a Nets series, and it's just like, just tech time still.
Are they even in the position to play the Nets?
Again,
No.
Nobody cares about that. All season has been the narrative. If the Nets play the Knicks, what's going to happen? So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just pointless. Like, I understand it's a natural progression, but for me, like, when I look at a team like that, like, you have no business being here. So if you play in a playoff game, shout outs to you still.
Facts. I think the thing about me is that I have to talk about it because it's been so long since they've been relevant, right? And yeah, every year you're going to have a couple teams that fall out and fall in, and then you're going to have your staples that we talk about every year. But when was the last time we talked about the Knicks? Like, you know what I mean? So it's just like I would feel like I'm doing the league or at least our fans a disservice if I'm not talking about it, because it's like the Knicks haven't been relevant since Melo was in his prime. Like, you know what I mean? And it's been so long. And yeah, Julius Randle's playing out his mind. So I have to give him credit. Tom Thibodeau's doing his Tom Thibodeau thing, running guys to the rubber. But at the end of the day, all BS aside, they're winning, right? And they're doing well. And they just went out there and boxed up the Raptors, and Julius dropped a 30 piece on our head top. So like, you have to talk about it, right? 38 minutes a game, that was wild. Just putting that out there. That is wild.
Is that what he's playing?
But 38,
but you know that's a
37.5.
staple.
That's
That's a staple in Tom Thibodeau still. Like, if he feels like you're the one that's going to be contributing to winning basketball, you're not coming off the floor. But Julius Randle said, I was listening to his podcast, and he said the Knicks saved his life. Like, he went that far. He's like, these guys legitimately saved my life. And looking at what Randle was, on the Lakers, even on New Orleans, he had a good season over in New Orleans that year.
Last year in New Orleans was really good.
Yeah, like, he had a really good season, but he still had that stigma on him. You know what I'm saying? That same stigma that I feel like is on RJ Barrett right now of, yeah, he's but you don't want to marry dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was one of those, you just want to have them for however long you have them for, but in terms of commitment, I can't commit to you. Now,
Yo, can we talk about
it looks like he changed that.
Can we talk about it? Because, like, is RJ Barrett really that bad? Because I pre the numbers, and he's not that bad. I just think he's one of those guys that people don't like. Like, what's the problem?
Yeah, like, obviously, like, people don't like him, but like, again, the way I've seen it is obviously he had a bad rookie season in terms of his effectiveness. But it's like, if you come out and get better, which I think he has, regardless of if he's good or not, now that he got better, like, I don't want to harp on you because like you're showing me an ability to get better. If you're regressing or you're staying the same, then all right, I'm gonna get on you. But like, I feel like it's cool to just say RJ Barrett shit still. Like, I feel like from his like first week in the NBA, like, he touched the Andrew Wiggins mold where it's like, it's just funny to say the man shit. So he does, like, he's not a good NBA player, but like, a man's gotten better. He's on a winning team. He's playing good minutes. Like, it's all right still.
He's gotten better, but he's from the Andrew Wiggins mold because he literally is Andrew Wiggins, and he's probably a notch below Andrew Wiggins, to be honest.
In terms of the way they play, I disagree still.
He's not a consistent 3-point shooter. He can't spot up. And
he's shooting 39% right now from three still.
Yeah, but on what type of volume? And that's what mans have to continue to look at.
4 games.
That's actually a lot still.
He's shooting 4 3-pointers a game.
Making 1.5.
Shout out to that still. But I don't know. The thing is with RJ Barrett, bro, it's the fact that you can't, bro, like, I think, what is he at? Like 43% from the field?
45, basically. 447.
That's actually very good.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying.
So I'm saying, like, yo, once mans have this idea in your head, regardless of what you do, mans are still going to talk like your shit. Like, mans aren't even checking the numbers or just calling
the label then still, because I'm watching the New York Knicks and I'm seeing Randle and I'm seeing Randle's star. Like, I'm seeing his light shine bright. I'm not seeing that from RJ Barrett.
That's okay. He's in year 2, man.
And he's getting the numbers 17.5 with 5 boards a game and 3 assists.
He's averaging 17 a game?
17.5.
Yeah, he's averaging 17.
Come on, man. That's actually a great sophomore season.
Come on. That's what
he's
I'm saying.
He's averaging 17. But this is, fam, Wiggins did the same thing, fam.
Was he winning games?
He was in the playoffs in his second year. That was when he had
that wasn't year 2 still. That wasn't year 2 still. That wasn't year 2. That was like year 3 for Towns still. Wiggins was already on the mega deal by them times still.
Nah, no way.
Fam, he already got the extension. That's why Jimmy was cheesed. There's no Towns wasn't even in year 2 them times, bro. Like, again, he's playing winning basketball.
That was 2017, 2018.
I think he's different because he at least shows some playmaking ability as opposed to Andrew Wiggins. So, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, mans have already called this guy shit. So no matter what he does in his sophomore season, mans are moving like this dude's garbage, and he's on a winning team playing big minutes. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, Andrew Wiggins' second year, he averaged 20 a game.
That's not what you said.
That's what I was saying.
I said you said he was winning.
No, I'm saying that they had the same. But then the second question what you asked me was he winning? So now I'm gonna look at what team he was on during that time. But I'm saying my first statement was Andrew Wiggins was doing the same thing. That was my first statement.
But it's not the same thing, though.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, in year 2, man's weren't talking about Wiggins like they were talking about RJ Barrett right now. Still, year 1 Wiggins, man's weren't on him like that. Wiggins was dropping 20 point a game. He won Rookie of the Year. Year 2, man still weren't even on him like that. It wasn't until maybe year 3, year 4 when his game didn't start to develop. All I'm saying is RJ Barrett was shit last year, and he's playing a lot better this year and winning games. You can't get on him after that. I'm sorry, still. I'm not rolling.
Bro, I honestly, prior to me looking up the numbers, I would have told you that RJ Barrett's garbage, strictly on the fact that I watch a couple Knicks games here and there, and he doesn't look like he's doing anything special. But at the end of the day, when you
he
wrap
doesn't
it
look
up,
the part, man.
but okay,
He
but when
doesn't
you
look
look
the
it up
part
and you look at the box score, he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. Like, you know what I mean?
Some
You
man's
can't
look
really
pretty
ask
and
much
drop
more
9
from
a
him.
game still.
It's a big fact, bro. Man's give cult to man's like Rondo who go out there and do what?
Who gives
Like,
man?
you know what I
Man's
mean?
only praise. Playoff Rondo has become a staple on the man's name for a reason now. Still,
No, I'm just saying there are guys that praise Rondo, and Rondo's not going out there but doing anything other than going out there and pointing fingers and directing traffic, which is valuable. But come on now.
I hear you, fam.
Bro, Andrew Wiggins in his second year, which you mentioned, averaged 2 assists and 2.2 turnovers. Still, like, that man has never shown any ability to play make in his life.
It's a fact.
Is that much better than RJ though? Like, what is RJ?
Positive
RJ's
at
at 3
least.
assists a game.
It's
RJ's at 3
positive.
assists and 2
It's
turnovers. It's the same
positive.
shit.
That's 50% more
Like,
assists. That's 50% more assists. All
fam,
right.
that's 3 and 2, fam. What does
That's
that ratio break
50%
down
more.
into? You're the math man, eh?
That's 50% more. Are you listening to me?
Fam, that's 3 assists and 2 turnovers a
You
game.
asked
That's
me
not
for
Hold
the
on. Let me
ratio.
ask you guys a question. Though, because this is a big question that I always have a discussion at work with. Like, what do you like? I think we look at players differently based on the position that they're playing. Because I feel like if RJ Barrett's playing shooting guard and he's putting up 3 assists, that looks a lot better than if he was playing small forward putting up 3 assists, right? And granted, he's playing with another ball dominant guy like Julius Randle that's giving up 6 plus a regular point guard, even though Alfred Payton's garbage. So like, I always look at it and say, yo, would you look at a man like Clay and fault him for averaging whatever he's averaging in terms of assists? Like, I don't think we look at shooting guard and say, yo, you're supposed to give me 6, 7, 8 dimes a game,
But
especially if there's
Clay's a
another ball
different case
dominant
though,
guy.
because Clay doesn't.
Nah,
But Clay doesn't dominate the ball in that respect. So it's not even a fair correlation.
but that's what I'm saying. I don't think that RJ Barrett dominates the ball. He play
Yes, he
makes when he has
does.
the ball. Julius
No, he
Randle dominates
dominates
the ball. He's out there 38 minutes a game
You're
with
saying
6
RJ
assists.
Barrett dominates the ball?
RJ Barrett plays on ball. He plays with the ball in his hands. That's what I'm saying. Klay Thompson does not do that.
But I don't think his objective is to pass. So the fact that he's getting 3 assists, you can't fault him for that. Especially
Fam,
when he's playing
faulting or
against a
not,
man.
fam,
But
it's
yo, the thing
okay.
about
If
it
you
is,
don't want to, I'm not talking about the assists. I'm talking about the fact that it's 3 assists for 2 turnovers.
that's
That's
still
the
a
issue.
positive ratio.
Barely.
Barely it is. The way I look at it is just, it could be a lot worse. And we can pick and we can harp and we can nitpick on his
look at
stat
the
line, but at
man's
the end of the day,
rookie
he's good.
season compared to what it is now. Like, how you getting on a man that's getting better? Like, I don't get it still. Man started at the absolute bottom in terms of where you could start from, and like, if this guy shot 40% from the field this year, it probably would have been an improvement. This guy's shooting 45%, 39 from deep on 4 attempts a game. That's actually a man that's hitting shots.
Yeah. He needed a little kickstart though, because until Anthony Edwards told him that he was trash, he wasn't saying nothing really still, to be honest. I checked the numbers. It kickstarted him. But yo, if that's what we need, that's what you need. You know what I mean?
Bro, you play 82 games for a reason
Thank
still.
God that we gave it.
Mhm.
we gave it to RJ. Golly.
All right, yo. Let's move.